Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here on Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and then you'll get daily watch videos straight to your inbox. If you like our watches, you can buy them on thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell on thewatchbox.com. Full photos, boxes, papers, accessories when applicable, and of course full pricing for every watch we list. Today we're discussing the Glashutte Originial PanoMaticLunar, 40mm and 18 karat rose gold. This is a handsome, warm, charming, and multifaceted timepiece for the connoisseur who's not afraid to walk beyond the pale of Swiss horology. This is a timepiece from Saxony, and in the grandest tradition of Glashutte watchmaking, it hails from the oldest continuously operating watch brand in Germany. So let's talk about it. 40mm across the round of the case, not including the crown. The real charm of this watch is the combination of handsome warm tones and the compact profile that lets it wear easily on my 16cm circumference wrist and match just about any skin tone well. You can see 12.9mm thick. It sits relatively low on the wrist and you should have no trouble with dress cuffs. The timepiece should be worn with formal attire, but don't be afraid to dress it down. This watch is built for short sleeves and shorts in the summertime. The watch has a span across the wrist that is friendly to small forearms like my own. 47.1mm means that you're going to have no issue even if your wrist is as small as perhaps 13.5 to 14 centimeters in circumference. The spacing of the lugs is 20mm, so if you do wish to accessorize, you're going to have a world of standard-sized OEM and aftermarket options. An inspired choice for this watch is this wonderful suede Nubuck Alligator leather strap. So you have large rectangular scale alligator leather in a medium brown with a suede texture. Of course, it's matte in its finish because of the suede feel, but it's something that is truly rare. I wish more Nubuck style straps were issued. It's a perfect match for this one, and I wish we could see them more often on mainstream brands. Folded edge, monotone stitch. On the underside, you can see calf skin, although curiously, this is the part that's labeled Alligator. Full clasp, rose gold, nicely finished, as you'll note the combination of polished and satin finished facets. Open it up, you can see it is substantial in its construction and gives you a measure of security while donning or removing at bedside. Peace of mind to know you won't accidentally drop your watch. The case flank is simple but charming. There's a strong step between the lugs and the caseband. This isn't a Caliper style blended lug. As you can see, that extra character line adds a good deal of definition to the case, as well as a little bit of a hard-edged masculinity to a watch that overall is sensuous, sinuous, and a bit feminine in its sensibility. Nevertheless, this is a man's watch par excellence. The timepiece has a handsome double-stepped bezel with a hard conical profile, and you can see this is where the watch gains a great deal of strength. There's the contrast of the satin-finished flanks of the lugs with the polished tops, and of the bezel and case with the dial. This is a silver Opaline dial, so a couple of ways to describe this. You could call it matte. You could call it very finely grained or textured. Opaline is the term that Patek Philippe would use, and they tend to establish the standards, so I'm going with that. But in terms of composition, it's a metal base that has been galvanized with a silver matte finish. You can see the overlapping registers for hours, minutes, and small seconds. Delta-style hour and minute hands with all applied rose gold indices. There will be a loom shot because, incredibly, this watch is loomed. Stepped panorama datum, or oversized date, and the step is that aperture that cuts down one step before it reaches the double disc. So there's a more progressive transition to the plane of the discs from the dial. You'll note the same stepped aperture is employed for the crescent style moon phase, which combines a beautiful polished golden sky of stars and moon with beautiful cobalt metallic cosmos behind. Beautiful is a word you can use over and over and over again, so I'm going to call it enchanting. It is an enchanting moon phase. It is also a moon phase adjusted with a pusher system, as there is a quick set for the date, and yes, the watch does feature hacking seconds. So you hack the seconds with the crown, you actuate the date's quick set function with the crown, and you use the pusher adjuster to gently toggle the moon phase. Now, one feature I love about this watch that could easily fly under the radar is the fact that the lugs are somewhat stepped above the bezel. So to make the watch thinner, the lugs allow the bezel to be placed slightly below their tops. The hoods of the lugs are actually higher than the base of the bezel, so it allows the lugs to be large, have a strong sculptural form, body and volume, but at the same time it allows the watch to be thick. Combining those two components into a single space is a little bit of a trick of the eye. Geo did well with this watch. But the case back, as ever, deserves its own story, and it tells its own story. This is just as appealing as the dial side, and for true watch nerds, this might be the highlight. A 3/4 micro-rotor automatic. You can see it uses a 3/4 style bridge to evoke vintage pocket watches made in Saxony during the 19th century and early 20th century. 42-hour power reserve. It features the quick set for the date, the hacking seconds, the moon phase functionality, beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. An interesting refinement comes in the form of a duplex swan's neck regulation system. So you can see a full balance bridge for robust shock resistance. The watch is adjusted in a chronometer-like 5 positions, and it features 47 joules, so a great deal of complexity inherent in this movement. Far more complex, the freehand engraving of the balance bridge, such that no two will be exactly alike because they are artisanally crafted by hand. All screws are kiln-fired, heat oxidized, blued, not chemically dyed, and you can see that there is a set of Glashutte stripes or ribs across the bridges as well as the skeletonized winding mass. This is known as Caliper 9002. Handsome, sophisticated, and created entirely with in-house. It's blessed with water resistance of 50 meters, which, like Jaeger-LeCoultre, is solidly more than the 20 to 30 that you'll get from most dress watches, but that still doesn't make it an aquatic watch, just more deluxe than your standard dresser. You can see and you can purchase this PanoMaticLunar in rose gold on our website. I promised you a loom shot, and here it is. A mustache-like loom shot. This is the Glashutte Originial PanoMaticLunar, 40mm in rose gold. You're looking at the Alpha style hour and minute hands. See it by the light of day in its gold glory on our website.